Throughout your time on War Thunder so far, I'm sure you've heard something along the lines of, but top tier isn't as much fun. It seems to be a pretty common sentiment to have, myself included. But as a new player, why should, or why would, you take this at face value? It's pretty difficult to look at endgame content and not see that as your end goal. I mean, the process is pretty much the same for any new player. Start the game, grind through maybe rank 2 or 3, realize how long it'll take you to reach top tier, and either quit altogether or start looking into buying premiums. But what if I told you that, given the current state of top tier, these vehicles are not necessarily what you should look forward to? In this video, I'll give some more perspective to this by bringing up some talking points about the current state of top tier and why I don't have as much fun in it, but more importantly, why you might not either. Starting out, there's some things I'd like for you to keep in mind so that you can better understand where I'm coming from. First and foremost, obviously as a content creator, my experience of this game is probably a bit different from yours. Keep in mind, however, I've played this game for a very long time, a majority of which I was not a creator for. My lack of caring for RP and SL games does not come from my ability to receive them for free, rather from my own goals and playstyle. I'm a big proponent of playing this and any other video game just for fun and not to unlock everything. The grind is already painful enough, why would you make it worse on yourself? Just find vehicles you like for whatever reason, maybe they're cool, maybe they perform well, research them, and go enjoy playing them. I know, it's wild to say, but play to have fun. If the stuff you want to play are top tier vehicles, then fair enough. Maybe what I'll say in the next few sections will change that. If you're playing only to grind as soon as possible, in my experience, you'll get burnt out much quicker. We'll talk more about burnout later. For now that we've established the importance of playing for fun and not to grind, let's get into why top tier isn't as much fun for myself, and honestly, most other players that play it. As it stands, if you know me, I'm already not a big proponent of Missile Thunder. AIM-9Bs, R3Rs, R60s, pretty much missiles below around 9.0, I'm not too mad at. Yeah, I don't have countermeasures to dodge them, but if you can't dodge them kinetically, it's probably a skill issue anyways. But once we start getting into the AIM-9Ls at 9.3, I start having some issues. I don't think I need to explain that one any further. As a whole though, in my opinion, missile gameplay is just not as much fun. I mean, our entire War Thunder career before top tier, we get accustomed to reading energy states, learning flight models, learning how to lead guns, and all the other basic principles of dogfighting. Once you get to missiles, that pretty much all goes out the window, and is not unfair to say, it takes a lot of the skill and the precision out of it, therefore taking out the satisfaction. I'd much rather kill an enemy after an intense dogfight versus pressing 3 buttons to shoot a missile at them from 30 kilometers away that they don't even know to dodge because they have skill issues. This is all just missiles in general, but it does get worse at top tier with the IRCCM meta. This might be more of a gray area, you might disagree with me here. Again, that's completely fine. This video and anything else you see on my channel are obviously just opinions. With that in mind, the IRCCM meta is just blatantly not fun. Like I mentioned a little bit ago, all the dogfighting skills you've learned up to this point go out the window with missiles. Well, in early to mid-tier jets, you adjust and you learn how to defeat missiles, then you reach top tier, and all of that stuff you just learned about missiles also goes out the window too, since you can't defeat them in top tier anyways. Instead of knowing how to defeat them, you need to learn how to not put yourself in a situation to even get missiled in the first place. Even if you're paying 100% attention and trying to avoid the missile, flaring, dodging, notching, whatever, there's sometimes just nothing you can do, and it is not very fun. Moreover, radar missiles prevent almost any climbing at all, at least if you value your life. Goes back into what I was saying about knowing how to not have a missile shot at you in the first place, rather than knowing how to defeat it. And by no means am I saying it's unplayable, it's just a different style of play that I like less than in earlier BRs. Again, I'm trying to show why I don't have as much fun in top tier, not why you shouldn't play it. "16 versus 16, to put it frankly, is a massive issue. Most pronounced in top tier because of the missiles. I remember when the update first came out, some people thought it was going to be good, more reward potential per match, faster games, etc. I disagreed. Let me break it down for you. Let's assume, on average, each plane can carry, let's say 4 IRCCM missiles, which is being generous because a lot of vehicles can carry more. 16 enemies times 4 missiles per enemy is 64 total IRCCM missiles per spawn that could be shot at you. On top of the radar missiles they also carry, it's just way too much. Let me put this into perspective a bit better. Depending on the vehicle you're in, one single enemy could run you out of flares using their IRCCM missiles, if you can even flare those away, which isn't guaranteed. And then you're completely defenseless against the other 60 plus missiles in the lobby. If it sounds annoying to deal with, trust me, it is. More than that though, is the simple fact that with the speeds you're traveling in top tier jets, some maps are just way too small to contain 32 people. If you've ever tried to turn at all in top tier, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It takes all of about 10 seconds as soon as you merge for a dogfight for another enemy to see you maneuvering, correctly think you're an easy kill, and come over to clean you up. Like I said before, it's learning a new style of gameplay, aka flying straight and fast, low to the deck, unless you want to die. It isn't necessarily as much fun for me as lower BR gameplay is. This is not an issue that is hugely pertinent to the gameplay itself, and I wasn't originally going to include this section, but it still does detract from the top tier experience, so we'll leave it in. Researching top tier vehicles, and especially modifications for those vehicles, is nearly impossible. I haven't actually yet looked at the roadmap for this year, and some of the previous economy changes from the last roadmap were actually very helpful and welcome. And I definitely understand that it should be difficult to get top tier content, but for me, even with a premium account, premium vehicles, talismans, whatever the hell I'm using, research takes forever because of how the games go. Maybe you'll get a kill or two, sometimes you'll get lucky and do better, but all of the time the games only last for a few minutes, which obviously does not leave too much potential for a halfway decent time in match modifier. This issue is especially relevant to researching modifications, in my opinion. When it costs 30,000 research for one module, and there's 10 modules, you basically have to research the vehicle all over again just to spade it. Maybe that's the way it should be, but in my opinion, if I spent months struggling to unlock the vehicle in the first place, I'm not really inclined to do the same thing all over again just to make the vehicle actually playable. And yes, that is an exaggeration, stock vehicles are still somewhat playable. Although, as it stands, I think the performance gap between stock and spaded vehicles is too large because of missiles. Yeah, anyways, not going to get into that this video. Maybe I'll make another ranked-ish video like this one on it. Let me know down below. This is gonna just be a short little section because I think I might be more alone in this sentiment than with the other ones. Given how top tier gameplay goes, the whole TikTok attention span, head on a swivel, matches last for 5 minutes of action-packed gameplay, I get bored of playing top tier much sooner than I get bored of playing anything else. And yes, I know that sounds counterintuitive. I think it's just too much stress on my brain for extended periods of time or something. It isn't a reason to not play it at all, but keep in mind, do not burn yourself out and make yourself hate this game because you play too much top tier. Take breaks as needed. I've taken many over the years. To end off the video here, I just want to make sure we all have everything straight. Top tier gameplay is a completely different style of gameplay. I'd say it's even further apart from early jets than early jets are from props. For the reasons I listed in the video, being the missiles, the matchmaker, the economy, and the burning out easier, I simply enjoy top tier less than I enjoy other tiers. Because of this, especially when I see people say they can't wait to reach top tier, which I don't blame you for, by the way, it's endgame content anyways, it makes me feel like, as a content creator and someone with top tier vehicles alike, I should do them and anybody else that'll listen a service by explaining exactly why I don't enjoy top tier as much and why they should not take anything in this game for granted. At the end of the day, looking back, you'll probably realize that you enjoyed playing those rank 2 vehicles when you just started out just as much, if not more, than you enjoy playing your top tier jets. Regardless, of course, you should play whatever you enjoy the most. This video is mostly for people that have not yet got to experience top tier and would really like to. That being said, I hope you enjoyed or learned something, maybe got a new perspective from this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. You all know the deal. This is Nimbo Soup. Nimbo signing out. Peace out, fellas. At this point, for all the real ones that are still here, you're probably wondering why I'm still talking and why the video hasn't ended yet. I feel like I never really get an opportunity to just sit here and talk and connect with you guys, and this video is relatively short, so I'm gonna do that here. It's been, let's see, it was just under a year ago now that I uploaded the general guide to top tier video, which, by the way, that was the first video I ever put effort into on War Thunder, and looking at it right now, it has 181,000 views and an unbelievable amount of support from you guys. I literally owe my channel as it stands to that video, and of course you guys that watched and enjoyed that video, so thank you very much for that. I feel like my content now is much more quality than that, so I guess that's a good thing. Definitely not my thumbnails. Anyways, like I was saying, the point of this is to thank you guys for your continued support, especially those of you that have been there from the start, from that video. It truly means the world to me when you guys view, you like, you comment, and especially when you say what's up to me in game. It is the craziest thing to me. Like, I still can't wrap my brain around it. And it's not like I'm even a big YouTuber, you know, like I have what, 4,000 subscribers, but you guys still recognize me in game a lot. It's literally the coolest thing ever to me. On that note, if you try to say what's up to me in game and I don't respond, I do apologize profusely for that. I have to turn my chat off a lot of the time when I'm streaming or trying to record because I feel like I don't need to explain that. I'm sure you guys understand. Point being, I apologize. I try to have it on as much as I can, and if someone says what's up, I'll try my best to say what's up back. Man, I'm getting so off topic. You can really tell this is just a Nimbo Soup stream of consciousness rather than an edited commentary right now. A true look into Nimbo's brain. I know I'm yapping a lot. I apologize. If you do like the sappier, more personable stuff like this last little bit, make sure you join the Discord. I get to be more of myself on there. On a different note, let me know what kind of topics you guys would like for me to make videos similar to this one on. I really enjoy making the post-commentary format, talking about something. Also, of course, I enjoy the live comms with a lot of cuts, the sequential games with showing the rewards and everything. Just let me know what you like and I'll try to adhere to it. Anyways, thanks once again. Love y'all. Good fucking yard. I've already signed this video out, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to leave you with